Hello and welcome. In this video, we will discuss the data types and write few programs related to data types. In previous session, we had discussed regarding variables. Variables are used to store different values or data and identify a specific memory location. Each variable has a unique data type. So, what is a data type? Let us see data type with example. Here we have int var1 equal to 10 and float var2 equal to 3.1. Here int is a data type and float is a data type. The int tells compiler that var1 holds data of type integer, whereas float tells the compiler that var2 holds a data of type float. Now let us see the different data types present in C. The basic data types in C are int, char, float and double. Now let us discuss each data type in brief. Let's begin with int data type. The int data type holds integer values and the memory size of int data type varies on the system and the architecture. For example, in some system, the int data type takes 2 bytes, whereas in other system, the int data type can take up to 4 bytes. A int data type usually stores both positive and negative numbers, and the range of int data type is minus 32768 to plus 32767 in case of 2 byte data type, 2 byte int data type, whereas in case of 4 byte int data type, this is the value that it can store. And we can also specify unsigned int. When we specify unsigned int, then we can store only positive numbers, and by specifying unsigned int for 2 byte, it can store up to 0 to 65535, and similarly for unsigned int with 4 bytes, it can store up to 0 to the value specified here. So in general, signed int for a 2 byte holds this range of value, and unsigned int for a 2 bytes holds this range of value. In the same way, signed int and unsigned int for 4 byte takes the value specified in the diagram. Now let us see char data type. So char data type is used to hold the character data. Character data usually takes 1 byte in memory, and the value of char data type ranges between minus 128 to plus 127. Now let's see an example of char data type. Char ch equal to a. So here we are storing ASCII value of a in ch. So when we look into the memory, the value stored in ch will be the ASCII equivalent of a. So in this case, the ASCII equivalent of a is 97, and hence the value stored in ch is 97. And if we have to specify the ASCII notation, then we have to specify char data type followed by the name of the variable and the character that we need to store. We will see all the different data types in example. The other data types are float and double. Float and double both are used to store real numbers. The float takes 4 bytes in memory, whereas the double takes 8 bytes in memory. A float is a single precision value, and this is the value it can store in memory, whereas a double is a double precision, and the value stored in double is specified here. Now, let us see the example of these data types. In this program, we are including the required header file stdio.h, and here we have taken the example of four different data types, that is int, char, float and double. So here when we specify int, then we are telling the compiler that var1 holds integer value, and we have stored an integer value of 10. Similarly, char1 holds an ASCII value and it can store the character value, and f1 is a float and it can store single precision floating point values, and d1 is a double precision floating point values. And now in order to print the values, we use a printf, and we are printing the values using the format specifiers. These are called as the format specifiers. We will discuss regarding format specifiers later. So now let us compile this code. So now we have compiled the code and we have generated the output file data. Now let's run the output file. If you see here, we have printed the values of the variables. So value of var1 is 10, value of ch1 is a, and as an important note, if we want to see the data that is stored in C character in the decimal format, then we have to specify %d. So by specifying %d, the value displayed on the screen would be the integer value, and for the same, if we specify %c, then the ASCII equivalent value will be displayed on the screen. So ch1 holds the value 97, and when we display the value 97 using %d, the integer value or the decimal value will be displayed, and when the same variable is displayed using %c, the ASCII value is displayed here, that is nothing but a. And here we can see value of f1 is as specified and value of d1 is that is specified in our program. So by this we have discussed the four basic data types in C: int, char, float and double. There are different derived data type also. We will see different derived data types as and when required. Thank you.